this weekend, I turned 25. So I thought it was probably time to review my experience on Earth. After all, it took me around the sun 25 times. Had I been on Jupiter, I would still be around 2 years old. But after spending approximately 9,131 days on Earth, I have some feedback. The first 18 years are just tutorials, and you can't skip it like the I'm over 18 button you used to click as teenager. But there's one thing in particular I've learned, that life here is strange. There are decades where nothing happened, and then there are weeks where decades happen. There is no universal blueprint to a good life here. Everybody seems to have one. Get a degree, get a job, get promoted, get married, have kids, buy a car, buy a house. And maybe that's a great life for someone. But I have never been good at following blueprints. So I'd say the experience has been good so far. I've made some good decisions and some magnificently stupid ones. I have discovered money and then discovered that it disappears surprisingly quickly. But overall, I'd give life on Earth 5 stars out of 10. So today I have 2 major and a minor update to share. So here's the first one.
By myself, like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me.
Do you know what's the most fundamental law of the universe? It's that change is the only constant. reKursive has changed quite a bit from when we started, and we realized that the website also needed to evolve with it. The old website was good, there was nothing fundamentally wrong with it, but it was no more what we've become. So the requirements for the new website were simple. Design something that feels like us, something with a soul, something that reflects our taste. And taste is a dangerous thing. Once you acquire it, you can't go back. You are doomed to see what's wrong in everything. Another hurdle with this was I didn't have time to build a new one. So now let me introduce Kunal. He is one of those people who knows something about everything. Robotics, machine learning, web designing, etc. etc. So we split the job. I handled the creative direction and he handled the build part of it. There were a lot of iterations until it finally felt like us. You can have a look at it at reKursive.in, that's reKursive.in. I would recommend you all to look at it on a computer. The animations are a little bit better there, and they've put a ton of interactions and animations in it. We've explored the entire WebGL library and we've put together all the cool ones we found. We've also managed to put a small game into it. So yeah, have a look at it and let us know what you think. And one more thing, make sure the speakers aren't on mute. Moving on to the second update.
All works out. This is how it feels when it all works out for you. This is how it feels when it all works out.
At reKursive, we experiment a lot. My favorite thing to do is talking ideas with people and building them. Sometimes these ideas fail, sometimes they succeed, and sometimes they deserve being made into a product. We think that there's value in this process, so we decided to give it a home. Introducing reKursive Labs. This will be an experiment wing of reKursive. We are allocating some part of our budget towards experimenting with AI and working on ideas that are worth building. The sole purpose of this is to satisfy that itch inside our brain that constantly screams questions starting with what if? What if we let AI invent its own language? What if we test the ethical boundaries of AI? That kind of stuff. We are also working on some internal projects inside reKursive Labs that will release to a small group of people through invite-only programs. The first one we are working on is a content engine, a frictionless platform that turns your ideas into multiple pieces of content for different platforms. I won't go deep into it right now because it's still in pre-alpha stage, but this is basically what reKursive Labs gonna be. Build ideas, see what happens, learn from them, and then try to build them into products. On to the next update.
Back up in my zone is jumping. I put in that time for what's coming. I ain't even attending functions. Master zone and I don't comments. That's the way I hold my sane. Take control to hold my game.
You know, a dream you dream alone is just a dream. But a dream you dream together is reality. And somewhere along the way, reKursive started getting bigger. We have expanded the team. And honestly, this has been my favorite part of the journey. Because when you start something, it's just usually an idea in your head. And then suddenly there are people who believe in your idea enough to be spending their time building it with you. Everyone brings something different. Different skill sets, different ways of thinking, different kind of crazies. And I think that's what makes it exciting. Someone will take your idea and build something 10 times better, or maybe completely destroy it. And both are useful. We have decided that apart from skill set, the most important thing to be a part of our team is to be curious. Curious enough to ask the right questions and find answers to them. But for now, just know that reKursive isn't just a two-person idea sitting on a laptop, but it's becoming a team.
Dime mamacita, que lo que tú dices no importa. Dime te lo cumplo mamazota. Bálame suave, ponte rula y dime.
There are a lot of things that nobody tells you about moving out. You have to remember buying groceries, you have to get your house clean, you have to figure out what you're gonna eat, you have to track your expenses. Actually, that's the hardest lesson I've learned. Managing money. Earlier, I used to spend. If I liked something and it was within my budget, I would immediately get it without giving it a second thought. Now, I actually think whether I need it or not. The concept of saving money has finally entered my financial consciousness. And in a city like this, it's extremely necessary. Talking about the city, it's chaotic. Rush hours are the worst. Pollution is a huge problem here. It's not the most beautiful city I've ever been to, but it has something else. Ambition, and you can actually feel it. People are building things, people are trying to move forward, people have somewhere they want to go. And strangely, that makes me want to move forward too. Being average scares me more than failure. Failure is something I can handle, but being stuck to a blueprint or a pattern is something I refuse to accept. Because blueprints quietly turn into cages. And before you realize it, the years stop belonging to you. And it makes you wonder, are we what we do with time, or are we what time does to us?
Bálame suave, ponte rula y dime mami, oh, ah. Dame cintura, cintureo, te lo digo no me